Hey there! I'm going to tell you a story about that chemical we call PFAS and how it relates to the fishing you might like doing around Katherine. Some of you will know PFAS because it's been around for a while. Nothing has changed, so this story is just to remind you about it. PFAS are chemicals used in lots of things, like those takeaway containers and this fry pan. It's used to make these products waterproof and fire resistant, but it's man-made and you can't see it. PFAS were also in a type of firefighting foam used at the raft base Tyndall. Defence used the foam to put out fires before they knew it might not be good for people. The foam got into drains, then soaked into the ground, and spread through underground water. It ended up in places like Tyndall Creek and Katherine River between Donkey Camp and the Daly River. Because PFAS got in the waterways, it also got in the fish and crustaceans that live there. Even though we can't see PFAS, we know it's there because scientists can measure how much PFAS is in the water, the fish, and the crustaceans. It's not a lot, only a tiny amount. Scientists say it's normal to have a little PFAS in your body, but too much over time might not be good for your health. That's why it's smart to follow the advice on how much you eat. There's a mob out fishing today. Let's see what they're up to. They're not fishing in Tyndall Creek. They know PFAS levels are high because the creek is close to the raft base and you shouldn't eat from here. This mob are looking for a feed, so they're down at Katherine River. At the low level, they're fishing for brim, catfish and sleepy cod. Look at that catfish they pulled in. This mob know how to make sure they don't get too much PFAS from eating that fish. They measure how much they eat by having only enough to fit in their palm. We call this a serving. Now that mob have moved to Rockall. They're going to go fishing and put in some pots to catch cherubin. Ho ho, look at that, they caught a barramundi. Better get the fire started. That barra will be good eating for everyone. See that mob? They're gutting and cleaning the fish really well before they cook it because they know that fish hold the most PFAS in their guts and livers. Adults can still eat a small amount of fish liver, but kids should not eat them at all. Better check those pots before the fire goes out. Ah yes, they've pulled out a couple of cherubin. Everyone remember to measure your serving size with your palm. Kids' serving size will be smaller because their bodies are smaller. Scientists know that some seafood holds more PFAS than others, but it's easy not to eat too much PFAS if we use serving size. How long are we going to have to be careful like this? Well, the truth is, we aren't sure right now. The defence mob are working to stop more PFAS going into the creeks and are cleaning up PFAS that's already there. The scientists are regularly checking the amount of PFAS in the creeks and fish. That way, we'll always know what's going on. So for now, if we don't fish from Tyndall Creek and are careful with how much we eat from Katherine River, we can keep fishing and eating.